Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mike's Garage and Things. And on this episode, got some new plastic valance pieces for the Dodge. We're gonna get back to it. As you've already seen, I got videos on how to do the mirrors, how to do the tail lights. There's now a video up there on how to do the headlights. This is gonna be how to do these front bumpers. So I'm gonna head and insert a clip right here. This is a camping rig. We go ahead and we go all over Arizona. We go camping, do some small creek crossings. Sometimes it gets messed up. I lost the lower balance on a trip. The front bumper's gotten dinged up, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. And just like all the other videos, I'm gonna go through step by step how I do that, what tools I use. It's pretty straightforward. This shouldn't be a long video, but I hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, let's get to it. So the pieces have been out here in the sun. This already looks a lot better, just the way it's holding in form. A little heat will help make these a little bit more malleable. If you notice, this here, there's not that step pad on this, and I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna go over the tools we're gonna use. So we're gonna use really only a few hand tools. I like using my power tools, but for this job, I'm gonna use my hand tools. We're gonna use we're gonna use a T30 on a ratchet, and then we're gonna use a small Phillips head screwdriver and the plastic pry bar. And let me show you what we're gonna use those for. So we're gonna come around the corner here. Let's close that door. So behind this valance piece, there's two T30 bolts on each side. So on the other side, it's the same way. You need to remove those. This is that step pad that's not on there, but that's okay because it's separate, and we should be able to separate this and install it onto the new piece. The Phillips, so this is how the center is secured. So underneath here, there's about 4 plugs. And if you look, it's just a little Phillips. I can't get in the power tool, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a hand tool. And if memory serves me correctly, these should just be little plugs. And I'll do a video and I'll show you what I'm talking about. They're just little plastic Phillips screws that screw in and then they expand on the backside, and that's how that's all held in. So we'll go ahead, pull those out. We'll pull this center piece out here, and then when we get everything disconnected, we'll use the pry bar to pop this up, and this should all come off, and we'll install the new piece. So I'm gonna put it on time lapse, and you guys can watch me knock that out. All right, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. The phone overheated. So for those of you that live in Arizona, you know, oh shoot, it's even fogging up. So I actually put my phone in the fridge to cool it down. Don't know if you're supposed to do that, but hey, that's what I did. So in Arizona, it's 113 out right now, and my phone overheated. So apologize about that. But in the meantime, I did get the bumper off, and we are set to exchange things over. So I'm gonna flip it around, and I'm gonna show you the bumper off, what we're gonna move over, and all that stuff. So here we go. Front bumper is off. That's the old one over here, and these are those screws I was telling you about. So these go underneath there. This goes up, and then you screw this in, and it's just plastic, so you gotta be real careful. Just plastic, it's the plastic screw, and that pushes these wings out, which holds it in place. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend you get one, because sorry guys, I had to pull this out of the toolbox. It's a little Phillips and flathead angle screwdriver. I was able to push this up there and then move it turn by turn. So this is where we're at. So we gotta move this piece and we need to put it onto there. So, flip this over. These here, these just snap on. So, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna unsnap them because they will help align the bumper cover onto the actual bumper. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some pliers. One. So we're gonna pinch it, push it down. They'll come out. You'll see it pulls right through there. And then if I push it back in, you'll hear it snap. So that's what I'm gonna do for all of them. I'm gonna pull this off real quick. And then we're gonna go back to time lapse and I'm gonna put this on back. So now it's time to install the lower lip. Now I was kind of worried because this came off on an accident on a trailhead and it tore off. Now I only have these few bolts, but I have them all, so that's good. And there's another one over here. I'm sorry guys, I thought you could see that. But yeah, I only have these 3 bolts and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to reinstall this. So I thought I lost everything else, but this has actually got those same kind of, oh, let's see if I can find camera. All right, there we go. Focus. It's got those same kind of square snap-ins. So these will actually push right into the holes here. You guys can see that. So those will push into there, and these will, I'll undo these, I'll put these collars onto that hole right there, and that's where I'll bolt into. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that from the back side, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on time lapse. We'll go all the way around, and we'll get this thing. I might have to, depending on how bad this is, there's a big dent right here, bottomed out, and probably it's what ripped it off actually. I might have to bend this back with some vice grips or something. But we'll see. We'll see if we can't get her back up there. So let's do this. All right, guys. So I wanted to show you some things. So I'm running one short on these. So I moved. This one under the bumper was actually over here. I put it on the edge. I got them all installed. If you guys notice, I had to take out the fog lights, and these aren't super difficult to pull out, guys. So this goes in here and here. And on the back side, you have 3 tabs. These outer edge tabs here from the back side will squeeze down pretty easy, and you can just roll it out. And that's exactly all I did. So once I get done installing this, I'll be able to just push this back in there and it won't be a big deal. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and push this up and install it now. Alright guys, well there's the finished product. Looks pretty good. Looks like it did. Now there is a little bit of a dent, if you notice down here on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but hey, that's what happens, I guess. Sometimes you can't make it 100% perfect when you're replacing front end damage, but she came out pretty good if you ask me. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.